Alrighty, guys, so we had another red day in the stock market today, and that's kind of what we've been getting these past couple of days. Today we had the NASDAQ go down another 2%, the S&P went down 1.4%, as the Dow Jones went down 1%, and we had the VIX go up 7%. So we're going to break down the markets quickly in this video, talk the S&P, the NASDAQ, the Dow, and we're going to go over some earnings, some stocks I'm looking at, charts I'm liking. So sit back, relax, hit that like button, and let's just get right into the video. And oh, by the way, before I forget, if you guys want some free money from Moomoo, they just upped the ante. They're now giving away 20 free stocks, up to 20 free stocks, each up to $2,000 if you guys use that link down below, or go to stocksurfest.com/Moomoo and deposit at least $100. So if you guys want some free money and you want to help out the channel, use that Moomoo link. And with that being said, let's just dive into the video. So like I said, we had a red day overall, and the VIX just went crazy today. I mean, it wasn't like the craziest day that we've seen for the VIX, but still 7% up move for the VIX. That now makes it up about 20% from where it was just about 2 trading days ago. You guys can see here the VIX was at 1895, roughly 19, and now it's at a little bit over 22. And mind you, it's still pretty beaten down considering on the yearly chart. We've seen this time and time again, but I'll mention it again. We're more towards the bottom of the range, so it's still pretty beaten down. But keep in mind, it's been reversing over the past couple of days as we are getting a little bit toppy here in the markets. And speaking of the markets, you guys know SPY, Triple Q, these have been seeing a lot of resistance on the hourly chart, on the 4-hour chart, on the yearly chart. You guys see it here clear as day. Bears are still in charge. We're still on a downtrend on SPY and on Triple Q. You guys can see that. And with today's move, we're pretty much right at a pinnacle spot for the bulls. We're right at the moment of truth spot here on Triple Q at about 278, 280. If that point breaks, we're probably going to start giving towards the mid-270s, low 270s. Dare I say maybe under that point. It's definitely in the cards if 278, 280 does end up breaking here. And on SPY, if I pull that up, this is hanging on by a thread as well. SPY's right at about 390, 92 right now. If this point breaks, we're probably going to fill the gap down to 380. If 380 were to break, we have some ways to go from there. Probably 368, 370. You could argue 374 as well. These are some targets, some old supports that I'm looking at here that could be realistic targets if we do start breaking those points. Again, 390, 380. This is a realistic spot that SPY could end up going down to. So right now, it looks like the futures are up. And mind you, I am filming pretty late today. It's actually 9 p.m. right now on the East Coast. Probably one of the later videos I've made in recent memory. But right now, the futures are creeping up. We have the Dow futures up 0.2%. Same with the NASDAQ. NASDAQ's up more like a quarter, as the Russell's up 0.2%, and we have the S&P up 0.2%. So it looks like right now, also gold and silver are up. So the futures are bouncing back a little bit here after we did get a pretty, bloody day today across the board. And one thing worth mentioning, and I actually did touch upon this in my last video. Remember my last video, guys? I said I would not be surprised if the markets rallied heading into close, considering how beaten down they were and just how bad of a day it was. Well, that's kind of what happened here. We got beaten down all day on SPY from 399 to begin the day, roughly 400, and it got all the way down to 391. So intraday, this thing was down 2%, and then we got a little bit of a rally heading into the close of about 0.5 to 0.6%. I mean, did I not say that was in the cards? That's what happened, guys. And Triple Q, and mind you, it's actually up even more here after the bell. Like I said, the futures are creeping up. And Triple Q, if I pull this up, this ended up going to 280 at about 2:30 p.m. Then we actually hit it again at 3:30. So we double bottomed at 280. Then we broke out to about a little under 282 at the close. So this thing ran up about 0.56% into the close. And now after the bell from the double bottom here during the day, it's up about 0.8% after the bell as I'm making this video, guys, which is not bad at all. So yeah, I mean, at this point, the bulls are not completely toast, not completely screwed, but they're pretty much on the last straw. This is the last straw for the bulls. Again, if they fail here, we're probably going to start dumping. If Triple Q starts giving at, at this point right here, it's going to be ugly. If it starts falling 280, 278, if SPY starts getting under these points that I mentioned, right? So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. As always, hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe as well. And did you know I have a second channel called Stocks Talks Money? We talk more about money, personal finance, more investing, general investing, whereas this stock, not stock. Gee, I'm messing up on my words. This channel here is all about stocks, right? Hence the name, Stocks Talk Stocks. I just recently changed that. What do you guys think, by the way? Do you like that name? Let me know in the comments. So this is the stock channel. If you want the money channel, Stocks Talks Money, make sure to go subscribe there. I just actually released a video earlier today. You guys, got to go watch that. It's about, what's it about again? I forgot. Oh, financial freedom. Yeah, go watch that video. Very important video. So, yeah, we're going to talk more. It's more like it's not a psychology channel, but it's more just general finance. We talk about psychology topics, just stuff that I don't really get into, on this channel, right? So yeah, SPY, Triple Q. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, guys. And now let's just dive into some earnings. We had some companies that honestly are not the most exciting, but we're still going to cover them quickly for the video because why not? So AZO reported, which is AutoZone. Funny enough, I was actually at AutoZone a couple of weeks ago, and this is a stock that, like I've been saying, there's some stocks out there that are in stealth bull markets. Well, AutoZone is one of those. Look at this thing. It was at $1,700 a share back in the middle of May, right? And it went all the way to $2,600, guys. That was just in the span of a couple of months, half a year about. That's a 53% move, and it just pulled back after earnings. Today it went down 2.8%, and it's holding trend. This looks pretty dang good in my opinion, even though it sold off here after earnings. Whether it's 2,300, 2,350, 2,400. I think bulls could be coming in right around this moving average here on the 4-hour chart. So let's see exactly what they ended up doing. AutoZone, they ended up doing, where is it here? $27.45 versus the $25.27 estimated. So they beat EPS, and they ended up, let's see here, beating sales. $3.98 billion versus, what is it? $3.86 billion estimated. So they beat EPS, beat on revenue. They saw same-store sales increase 5.6%, and earnings of anything on guidance? Not really anything on guidance, but same-store sales not bad. Q1 EPS they beat that, and they beat on revenue, so not bad. Q1 gross margin 50.1%, and same-store sales increase. Yeah, I just mentioned that. So yeah, I'm watching this kind of as a continuation play, guys. If AutoZone's able to hold again, like I said, 2,300, 2,350, 2,400, watch out for a bounce back play here in the short term. So that's AZO. I like it. We also had Dave & Buster's report, which you guys know the ticker, PLAY, or maybe you don't know the ticker. This went down 2.8% on the day, and after the bell, let's take a look here. It looks like it's down. Yeah, it's down about 4.3%. It looks pretty choppy here after the bell as well. So they did 4 cents in EPS, which came in line with the estimates on sales of $481 million versus $473.62 estimated. So they beat EPS, actually in line EPS, beat on revenue. And let's see here, anything on guidance? Not seeing anything on guidance, guys. Store openings after main event deal. I'm not seeing anything crazy here. Anything, really, I'm not seeing any other numbers but the just EPS and revenue. So this stock is also, it's selling off, and it's also not looking so great. It kind of looks like SPY on the 4-hour chart, where it's making these lower highs, and we did get a bit of a rally here, but it looks like bulls aren't able to break through. That's kind of what we're seeing on the overall markets right now. You're seeing that same thing pretty much playing out here on Dave & Buster's. And the fact that it's dumping, it already dumped from $40, now it's at 35. That is not a good sign at all. So this is one that probably, it's a falling knife right now. It's oversold, but there's no sign of a reversal. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, yeah, it's probably going to continue selling off. Maybe it doesn't, or maybe it's just flat. Either way, I'm not looking to touch Dave & Buster's. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I just want to cover it because they reported earnings. Another company that reported is Smith & Wesson, ticker symbol SWBI, which is down, holy crap, it's down 90 cents after the bell, closed at $11.80. Now it's at $10.90, which equates to about 8 percentage points. That is not good at all. So, and mind you guys, this stock has just been just destroyed. I mean, if you look at the stock 3 years ago or a couple of years ago, it was at $40. Now it's about to go under 10. It's probably going to go to the single digits by the looks of it. The way the trend's looking, guys, single digits is coming, in my eyes for Smith & Wesson, SWBI. So they ended up doing 26 cents, which missed the 40-cent estimate, and sales came in at 121 million, which missed the 145 million estimate. So they missed EPS wildly, and they missed revenue. And let's see here, anything on guidance? I'm not seeing anything on guidance, but sheesh, that's just not good. That is not good whatsoever. And there's really nothing more here that I'm seeing that's worth mentioning. I mean, they're just not doing well at all right now, and they're looking like the stock's looking like it's back under both moving averages, and it's looking like it's going to go test that low from a couple weeks ago, being about $9.90, $10. That's pretty much where it's going to. By the looks of it, that is where I'm seeing it go. So Toll Brothers, let's pull up Toll Brothers, which is a luxury home builder. You guys probably know. They ended up reporting today $5.63 on revenue, or rather EPS, versus the estimate of $4.01 estimated. So they crushed that on sales of $3.58 billion versus $3.17. So beat EPS by a big margin, beat sales. And it looks like here they Q4 net signed contract value was $1.3 billion. DN down 56% compared to full year 21's Q4. Contracted homes were down 60%. Oh, that's not good. But it looks like here the stock is pretty much, I mean, this stock's been trading pretty flat, you could argue, for the past couple of months. I mean, sure, it's been bouncing a couple bucks here and there, but for the most part, it's been between $43 to about $48.50. I mean, $5, $6, $7 window. And I have my alert at 50 for a reason. I'm not touching this until we start to see momentum get us out of that point, which, are we ever going to see that? Who the heck knows, guys? So Toll Brothers, not bad, but it's not one that I'm, dying to get into, to be honest. I'm just covering it because they reported earnings. So let's see some other movers here. Let's see what's going on with, let's see, AMC, GameStop. These are at the bottom of my watch list right now because they were the most red stocks on the day, at least for me. Let's pull this up. AMC right now, it went down 9.4 on the day. It looks like it's holding on by a thread right above that 180. This is going to be a big spot for the Bulls, guys. If they fail here, watch out below. AMC might be going, back to that $5.50, low $6 range. And GameStop, let's pull this up. GameStop, oh, man. 8.5% red day. This is not looking good. Oh, man, that's not looking good. This looks like it wants to go down to that. By the looks of it, it looks like it wants to go down and test the lows from a couple weeks ago, being about $22.50, $23, maybe a little bit under that. So GameStop's not looking good, under the moving averages. A lot of these stocks, guys, they're starting to turn for the worst. I'm not going to lie. I'm not trying to fearmonger, but I'm just being honest. Tesla, we covered it in my last video. This one looks like it's about to fall under 176. It's on the brinks of, falling under that point, in my opinion. Apple did not do well today. 2.5% red day. Amazon, like I mentioned in my last video, now got even closer. It is very close to the lows from a couple of weeks ago. Those were $85. And if Amazon, honestly, starts getting down to $80, 75, 70, I might have to pick up some shares. This is one that I might have to consider after, I haven't owned it for quite some time. Well, do I still own a little bit? I don't even know. Like I said, sometimes I forget if I've trimmed a good amount of it. I definitely trimmed a good amount of it. I might still hold a little bit. Again, like I mentioned in my last video, guys, I barely check my long-term accounts these days, honestly, unless I'm just buying, obviously if I'm buying. But, every day I'm not checking these accounts. I'm just buying whenever I buy, and then I just forget about it. Even when I buy, guys, I just literally log in, click buy, log right out. I barely do much looking, especially in those long-term accounts. But either way, a lot of these stocks are starting to get to interesting levels. Let's put it that way. There's still a lot that are very overvalued, in my opinion, that I want to own. Some of these include Costco, I still believe is overvalued, very overvalued. Adobe, I might get some flack for this, but I still think Adobe's pretty overvalued. I'd want it under 300, under 250 preferably for that margin of safety. Honestly, if I could get it as close to 200, as close to 200 would be great. But who knows when that's going to happen, or if that even does happen. They do have earnings coming up. We'll see. They do have earnings in the middle of this month. So, yeah, guys, I mean, what do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm going to wrap it up here. We're filming a little bit late, so I don't want to be too long with this video. If you enjoyed it, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe, and don't forget, seriously, don't forget to get your free money for Moomoo up to 20 stocks, each up to $2,000 with at least a $100 deposit. And this is limited time. It's a holiday promo they're running. So if you want those free stocks and you want to help out the channel, use that link down below. And you could also get 12 stocks from Webull. And if you want, you could also check out the Patreon. I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching. As always, guys, peace out.